So about a month ago, I picked up a Stampede 4x4. I got a used one, but I wanted to build a track and do it in my backyard. So started working on it. Give you a little bit of info on what I've used and where I'm at so far. So right there you can see the truck. I got all this pipe, all the corrugated pipe here. I'm using it's about 35 by 75 feet, and you can see there's 4 different lanes. Each one's 8 feet wide. The corners are all 8 feet as well. And I got that set up. Took about, I think I bought 4 100-foot rolls and a 70-foot roll off of Craigslist. Each 100-foot roll, you're looking at about 36 bucks at Lowe's. And the 70 foot I got used 10 bucks. And then I'm using these 12-inch nail spikes with the washers. Those are, you get about 71 cents, and then the washers are 4 cents. So quite a bit of money starting out, maybe around 220, 240, something like that. But yeah, then I started off with these whoops. So the pipe is 4 inches, and then you can see you start the first whoop, you want it to be a little bit shorter, like in motocross setup, and then the second one a little bit higher, maybe 4 inches, and then it holds that pretty close to the end. The last one I put a little bit shorter just for the purpose of the suspension. The truck's kind of hard figuring that out, so went that route. And then still got to put berms in, but then the first jump I did, I just used these they're like 4x4 posts or landscaping blocks of wood, I guess. So use those as a filler. There's 4 on the back side, and there's 4 also in the face of the jump. So, and I just use that log to kind of help pack it in and let that dirt settle in. So then there still needs to be a landing. Set that over here, and then in this corner up here be another berm there, and then just got this little guy, and then that's going to land somewhere in here, and then I got to work on both of those jumps, and then this will be the next jump, and you'll jump right into the corner. And then you got that whole straightaway all the way back into that corner again. And then here, most people, they'll use like the rototiller to till up the dirt, and makes it a little bit easier. I didn't have access. Could have rented one, but it's just as easy for me to like use the lawnmower and just mow it down. I got a nice riding lawnmower and can put it in the lowest setting possible. You can see just running my truck, the dirt in the corners here, it tore it up pretty good. So unfortunately that's not mowed because I don't want to deal with moving all this pipe. So yeah, I got a lot of time into this point. So when you start off, it is going to take a while, and don't expect it to be quick. If you got a skid steer, it's going to be a lot easier. It definitely just takes time. A lot of it's just trial and error. You got to drive the truck, figure out if the jump is okay, was it kicking the truck wrong, and then now I'm to the point that I need to start figuring out the landings, and that's going to be a trial and error in itself. So it's a lot of fun. If you got a local track, I suggest heading there to get some ideas. Give you an idea of those whoops in that first jump there. That was just that was 1 cubic yard of screen topsoil, and actually it didn't even make that whole next one. I brought in some more dirt and think I ended up with about another 4.5 cubic yards I brought in, which helped me with that one finishing that one, make it a little bit nicer, and then I got that left over to try and do some landings and see what I got left to do berms. Yeah, so you know, it's a lot of work, but it's fun once you can get some of your buddies out there and actually play around. And then you know, and put a driver stand up, put that up over here in these weeds in the springtime. So once that dies down, you have a little pit lane here you can make out of this corner and have this be the pit lane down to the end and cut back in. You know, and I ended up with some extra hose as well I can use for that pit lane. Yeah, I think that's pretty much just the start of it. You know, the big thing is just getting out there and putting your time in and trying to get going on it. You know, if you get a few guys over on a weekend to help, it makes things a lot easier. I've been doing this most myself, so it's taking some time, but you know, the layout's pretty decent. You know, it's got decent flow to it, and you know, get a little bit of technical on the speed run over there on the other side, and I put the main straightaway on the other side, so that way, you know, when your driver stands over here, and if you got any kids that come out and you don't want no cars doing, you know, 30 miles an hour and go off track and hit some little kid, and you know, keep it away from where everybody's gonna be at. Granted, you know, I say that and I got 2 jumps here, but I think it might be a little bit easier when you're just coming out of a corner into a jump, not as fast. But the pipe, I laid that first so you can see it does not go over the jump. I did a lot of research, and it looks like a lot of people do it this way, but even more actually lay the pipe over the jump. I'm not gonna, you know, position it. You know, if you're gonna go off the track when you hit a jump, you're probably going off the track, whether the pipe's there or not. So, but yeah, here's a start. I'll try to update a little later, and might not be till springtime when I get a little closer here, but just to give you guys an idea, if you're looking to put one in, it's gonna be a lot of work, but in the end, I think it's gonna pay off because I'm already having a good time with what I got. So yeah, well, good luck out there. Thanks.